Hello, and welcome back to their Dokkan battle video. So I am currently sick. It is why I did not make a video on Gotenks when we saw his Super Easy A get dropped. I will talk about him here for a little bit, but the main focus here is that last night we got the reveal of LR Captain Ginyu. It is technically a Ginyu Force character, but I think this is by far one of my favorite releases ever. I love the animations for him. I'll probably pull him up here in a second. We do have translations and everything, but I just absolutely adore this Captain Ginyu card. I think it is a fabulous. Hold on, let's look at these animations again. I just love this. Like, this is one of my favorite scenes in all of the anime. So I love the Ginyu Force rules that it goes. They even put the damn flowers from the ending where they go, hello. I love it, right? Now, this Ginyu Force character is actually incredibly unique. They have a super attack for every single one of the Ginyu Force, right? So they go through, they do play rock, paper, scissors, right? And whoever wins gets to do a super attack, and that does play an effect into how they actually function. So let's go ahead and talk about them here. They are incredibly long. Like, their passive is absolutely massive. So let's go ahead and just take a look at this. So the LR Ginyu Force, or Ginyu Force, right? So technically it's a Ginyu, but then they have the same name as the other two Ginyu Force cards. So Ginyu Force, a special pose category, key plus 4 HP attack and defense 150. I think we are done with that meta now. We can very clearly see that they can just give this as a 170 because obviously it's going to be worse than a 200% anyway. So I don't see the point of us still doing 150 leads. So it is what it is. 12 key, rock, paper, scissors to determine the fight order. Greatly raises defense for one turn, causes colossal damage and stuns. Additional effect. Now, this is where that rock, paper, scissors thing comes into play. There is a 50% chance for an additional effect to activate where attack also greatly increases for one turn. That's pretty interesting, to be fair. And then they have a 15 key super attack. Greatly raises attack and causes colossal damage. Additional effect, there is a 50% chance for an additional effect to activate, where defense also greatly increases for the rest of battle. So they have a 50% chance on their 15 key super attack to greatly stack a defense. Now, I don't know exactly how this is going to function in game and how you're going to be able to see the different Ginyu Force attack. I'm going to assume a couple of them are linked to the 12 key, and a couple of them linked to the 15 key, and it just kind of rotates. Right, that'd be my idea, but at the same time, I don't know how you're gonna know when this pops, right? I don't know if all 4 of these are different super attacks. Actually, that would make a whole lot of sense. If say this first 12 key is Guldo, then the additional is for Raccoon. Then the 15 key, that's Jace, but if you get Berther, you get the greatly stack as well. That's probably going to be how it works, where all of them are linked to a different super attack that you see. So maybe that'll be a way to be actually able to tell. I guess we'll just have to wait and see until people test it out, really. The 18 key, though, this is when Ginyu goes and finishes it off here. He massively raises attack and defense for one turn, causes mega colossal damage, and raises allies' attack and defense, other than this character, by 30% for one turn. So this is a unit that's going to really want to be in slot 1. We do have some of their calculations here, thanks to Halvard. This is pretty much the full community. Well, okay, I don't know why I did that, but let's just bring that back. All right, thanks to Halvard here. I'm looking at pretty much all the community here's posts, Gresh for the translations and Halvard here for the calcs. So start a turn without his support or his intro is very lackluster. We'll get to how his intro activates, but as you can see here, once you start building up, their defense gets quite high, right? It gets quite high, so it is what it is. I don't think you're gonna have a real issue putting them in slot 1, is what I'm trying to say here. Their intro activates once only when there are 5 or more special pose category allies on the team at the start of character's attacking turn. You get 3 key and 150% attack and defense, and perform an additional super attack for the rest of the battle, which is great. For 3 turns, all allies get 25% attack and defense other than this character, which is just amazing. It's a great effect. The only problem with that is that you need to have the 5 special pose category allies. And while we have gotten significantly buffs for this team, right, it's still gonna be a little bit awkward. Obviously, you can just run Topo and then Ginyu Gamma's LR Ribrianne and then Physical Ribrianne, and then someone else probably. But like you're gonna need those 5 characters. Luckily, if you're not running this guy as the lead and you have 2 topos, you only need to have him, and then 2 more, which is not that hard because you can just run LR Gamma's Ribrianne, physical Ribrianne, right? And you'll be fine. So it's a very heavy restriction, but if you do activate it, you become incredibly powerful. You get Ki +2 and attacking is 150% at the start of turn, which is good. You get guaranteed guard against all attacks and attacks effective against all types if all allies attacking in the same turn on the special pose category. That is an incredible ability. Remember, we've already seen that he can get upwards of 1.7 million defense without his active skill active. With the active skill, he goes over 2 million. Now you're adding guard on top of that. You're just absolutely cooking it up, right? This guy is going to be tanky. He also reduces damage received by 7% before attacking and chance to perform a critical hit plus 7% when attacking per special pose category out on the team for a max of 35% for both. So those first few hits in slot 1 with 2 million defense and guard and 35% damage reduction, he's really not going to take any damage. And then after he super attacks, he's going to get another 100% attack and defense, right? It's going to be great. Right. He's going to be good. Special post category allies other than this character get attack and defense 25% for 2 turns when this character collects an int or rainbow key sphere. That's a great ability. Gain an additional attack and defense 50% for the turn when collecting any type of key sphere other than int. So what you're going to want to do is collect a different type of key sphere and then collect a rainbow key sphere in that. That way you can activate both of those and you'll just be cooking it up. This guy has multiple different instances of giving allies multiple turn support, which is fantastic. His active skill here is where I think he's really, really good. It's able to be used on turn 3 from first appearance if the entire team is Ginyu Force, which is just not realistic right now because the Ginyu Force hasn't gotten a buff since LR Ginyu or AGL Ginyu way long ago now. So hopefully he EZA soon. Or when 5 turns have passed and your entire team is special pose. So you're going to want to be able to make sure that your full team is special pose, which if we look at it again, 1, 2, 3, 4, right, is already a good start, and then you need a couple more, presumably physical Ribrianne, who is still really good, and then 1 more special pose unit. So if you do want LR Ribrianne or physical Ribrianne to be like at full effectiveness, you do need 2 Peppy Gals other than her. So there really isn't another option for that on the special pose team right now. Maybe if we get Great Sandman 2 as like a real card, then we can really see that. But other than that, you also have Go Tanks, Topo Pride Troopers, right? You have other options that you can run here. So it's not like the worst thing ever. His links are pretty much just Ginyu links. His categories: Ginyu Force Special Pose, Planet Anime, Dragon Ball Seekers, Terrifying Conquerors, Space Traveling Warriors, and Joining Forces. So, considering that he has ridiculously high levels of defense, right? 800 start of turn defense with support, right? He's gonna be fine. He's really, really restricted, right? You're a special pose only character, but he's really, really, really good on special pose. Like he's like easily a must run on there. So I do think that he is good. Though, do I recommend summoning on his banner? Probably not, because it's just going to be a gold coin banner. I will. I really do like Ginyu though. Like he's so good, right? And his animations just like fill my heart. This is like one of my favorite releases ever. I love how they did this card. Do I wish it was not restricted? Yes. Can we do anything about that? Not really. So it is what it is, but I do like it a lot. I think this card is going to be a fun one to use. I doubt they're going to be like anything too controversial because, like, I mean, yeah, they're restricted, but they're really, really good in their niche. Do I wish that premium cards wouldn't be restricted like this? Yes, but is there anything we can really do about that? No. But, so that's them. I do like them a lot. They are quite good. There is also some new things in the data here. So there are a couple new icons, mainly. So we have new status icons. Crit down, crit up for enemies. Energy down, so they can enemies will now be able to lower your ki. And then this is damage reduction, right? These ones. Damage reduction down, so they'll be able to lower your damage reduction and raise their own damage reduction. And then same thing with crit, we'll be able to lower enemy crit. And then we have an icon for crit up, damage reduction down, and damage reduction up. So very, very interesting here. Now, I don't know if like this one, right? This and this one. If that's going to be affecting our crit or their enemy's crit, I have no idea. I'm going to assume it's going to be like their own crit. Like if you were to inflict the enemy with crit down, it would show this, right? And then if you were to get inflicted with crit down, it would show this. So that's interesting to say the least. There's also these new animations here. This one's of a battle bomb. I don't know if YouTube's going to attack me for that, but I don't know what this means. It looks like it's attacking key orbs. So maybe, like, because look, it flashes through the key orb colors, right? I don't know what it's going to do, right? But it is a thing that's in the game. Who knows what this is for. And then there's this damage recovery icon, which, again, that looks like your health bar getting affected by something. So we're just going to have to wait and see as to what these two battle animations are really for. I'm going to assume it has going to be something to do with Golden Week, but we'll just have to wait and see for that because, again, who's to really know what those are for? We are also getting the Legendary Frieza event, so just make sure that you are aware for that, as well as another Sandland collab. We're going to be able to get a wallpaper. It looks nice. And then, of course, the Super Easy A is also coming quite soon. So there was a lot of stuff in the data when we updated. Also, for Gotenks, by the way, he is good. I like him a lot. He gets attack and defense at the start of turn, like a lot of it. And then the main gimmick here is if you hit 11 key, you get 50% damage reduction. That's specifically when you finish collecting the key spheres, right? If everyone collects key spheres and Gotenks is at 11 key, you get 50% damage reduction. If he's at 12 key when attacking, well, for start of turn, he gets 50% dodge, right? This is 50% dodge right here. And then if you are at 12 key when attacking, he gets another 33% dodge. So he can get up. I don't know how it's going to calculate itself, if it's going to be 83% dodge or if it's going to be like approximately 2 different instances where it's about 63% chance to dodge, something like that. But he gets a lot of dodge from being at 12 key, as well as damage reduction from being at 11 key after collecting orbs. He also gets attack and defense per super attack performed. So he's pretty good. I do like him. For like a for a super easy A character, I'm not upset about this at all. I know some people are like, oh, he's not very good. Super easy A sucks, but like he's a unit that released in 2016, right? He's good. Like, let's chill out on him. Him and Super Saiyan 3 Goku are more than good enough. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know how you guys feel about Super Easy A Gotenks, LR Ginyu, which is amazing. I love him. I think he's cool. I love his animations. I love everything about him. Let me know how you guys feel about him in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.